The American Revolution, Part 1. Strengths of the British. The British had a well-trained army and the strongest navy in the world. A strong central government that could fund and pay for the war. The British also had the support of loyalists and Native Americans in America. They relied on mercenaries. These mercenaries were paid German soldiers called Hessians, and they were paid to fight on the British side. The strengths of the colonists and the Continental Army. They were fighting armed and defending home ground. They were motivated and inspired to fight for the cause of independence. They had a purpose for fighting. Their greatest advantage was the leadership of General George Washington himself. The Battle of Bunker Hill. Patriots attacked the British at Fort Ticonderoga on May 10, 1775, to seize large supplies of weapons. The colonial forces fortified Breeze Hill to prevent the British from escaping from Boston. An army of 2,400 redcoats fought 1,600 Americans at the Battle of Bunker Hill. Americans were forced to retreat, but only after causing more than 1,000 British casualties. The British realized that winning this war was not going to be easy as they hoped, even though they did win the Battle of Bunker Hill. Dorchester-Heights. General George Washington arrived in Boston and took command of the Continental Army. Cannons were brought in from Ticonderoga. On March 4th, 1776, Washington moved his army to Dorchester-Heights and placed the cannons on the top of Nook Hill. American troops fired down upon the British. The British were forced to retreat from Boston. The Battle of Quebec took place in November of 1775. American forces attacked Quebec, and Quebec is in Canada. This attack failed, and hopes of taking Canada faded. American forces lost this battle. The Battle of Trenton. General George Washington led 2,400 troops across the icy Delaware River to a surprise attack at Trenton on Christmas night. George Washington and the Patriots attacked the mercenaries as they slept. The Battle of Trenton was won by Americans on December 26, 1776 in Trenton, New Jersey. Mercenaries. These mercenaries were highly trained professional German soldiers paid to serve in the British Army. The Battle of Saratoga. The British were upset by two quick defeats in New Jersey. British General John British General John Burgundy planned to seize the Hudson River Valley to cut off the New England colonies. The Battle of Saratoga is called a turning point in America's fight for freedom. On October 17, 1777, General Burgundy surrendered to the Patriot forces under General Horatio Gates. The Patriots won this battle. The Battle of Saratoga in New York was a turning point of the American Revolutionary War. This battle proved that the Patriots had a chance to win the American Revolution. After the Battle of Saratoga, France and Spain realized that Americans might actually win their independence from Great Britain. France and Spain decided to help the Americans. France declared war on the British and sent money, equipment, and troops to aid the American patriots. Spain declared war on Great Britain and fought the British in present-day Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. The winter at Valley Forge. The Continental Army was low on supplies. George Washington and 12,000 men suffered through a terrible winter at the Valley Forge in Pennsylvania during 1777 and 1778. The Continental Army suffered through the brutal winter and shortages of food, clothing, and shelter. The Continental Army survived, but 2,000 died of cold, disease, and malnutrition. That's the end of part 1 of the American Revolution. This is day 1. We'll pick up tomorrow with day 2.